Honda CBR 600RR. In a segment that was said to be on the verge of extinction, the introduction of the Honda CBR 600RR has got us supersports fans excited about its comeback. Honda should be commended for coming up with a design that's an evolution of the previous bike, down to the undertail exhaust that's reminiscent of the old bike. The CBR 600RR is powered by a 599 cubic centimeters inline-4 engine that makes 119 brake horsepower at 14,250 rpm and 63 Nm at 11,500 rpm. The bike is equipped with modern-day, lean-sensitive electronics aids including a 9-level traction control system. The chances of Honda launching the CBR 600RR in India are slim, but one cannot rule out the chances given the fact that the 2024 Kawasaki Ninja ZX-6R is on sale in India. If Honda does launch the bike, expect it to be priced around the 12 to 13 rupees lakh mark. Honda CB1000 Hornet. Honda's new 1000 cubic centimeters street naked displays a departure from Honda's traditions when it comes to design. One may say that the design bears a little resemblance to the Ducati Street Fighter, but we like the new aggression in Honda's otherwise safe designs. Since the bike is based on Fireblade, it also uses the 999 cubic centimeters inline-4 engine that makes 150 horsepower, owing to a change in tune to suit its street application. The CB1000 Hornet replaces the CB1000R Neo Sports that was on sale in India, and we expect the bike to make it to our shores. The bike may be priced around the 16 to 18 rupees lakh mark. Triumph Daytona 660. Triumph is expanding its 660 cubic centimeters portfolio with the launch of the Daytona 660. It is likely to be based on the Trident 660 platform, and teasers reveal that the bike has split LED headlights, full fairing and clip-ons that aren't low-set. Many purists aren't happy with Triumph choosing to dilute the fabled Daytona name by pasting it on a bike that likely isn't as focused as the Daytona 675 Supersport. Or in this case, the riding. The bike should be powered by the same 660 cubic centimeters inline triple engine as seen in the Trident, that makes 80 brake horsepower and 64 Nm. Expect the bike to feature a quickshifter as well. The launch is slated for January 9th, and we expect Triumph to price it between 9 rupees lakh to 9.25 rupees lakh. BMW R1300GS. This will be possibly one of the biggest launches of this year. The BMW R1300GS is an all-new motorcycle and has pretty large shoes to fill going by the immense popularity and success of the R1250GS. The R1300GS is all new, featuring a new chassis, suspension and 1,300 cubic centimeters boxer engine that makes 145 horsepower at 7,750 rpm and 140 Nm at 6,500 rpm. It features BMW's ShiftCam variable valve timing technology as well. As expected, the bike is loaded to the gills with electronics, including radar-based adaptive cruise control. The other big change is the sleeker design that reduces visual bulk. The BMW R1300GS will arrive on our shores this year, and we expect the prices to begin from 23 rupees lakh onwards. BMW F900GS. The F900 succeeds the F850GS, and the new bike features significant improvements. The bike looks slimmer, inspired by rally bikes. The weight loss is under the skin as well. BMW has managed to shave off around 14 kilograms, and the F900 now weighs 219 kilograms. Lastly, the engine makes more power than the unit in the outgoing bike. It produces 105 horsepower at 8,500 rpm and 93 Nm at 6,750 rpm. The F900GS is expected to be priced competitively, going by the way the F850GS is priced at 12.95 rupees lakh. Kawasaki Ninja 500 and Z500. The Kawasaki Ninja 500 and Z500 are essentially the same bike, the latter being the street naked. The bikes were revealed at EICMA 2023, and the big talking point is the 451 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine in these bikes. It is said to be the same engine that is seen in the recently launched Kawasaki Eliminator that makes 45.4 brake horsepower at 9,000 rpm and 42.6 Nm at 6,000 rpm. Kawasaki says the new engine has a better torque spread than that of the Ninja 400. Yamaha R7. There have been talks of the Yamaha R7 and MT-07. Its Street Fighter sibling being launched in India for some time, and 2024 is when this should happen. The R7 is a compact supersport, powered by a 689 cubic centimeters, twin-cylinder engine that makes 73 brake horsepower at 8,750 rpm and 67 Nm at 6,500 rpm. It isn't loaded to the gills with electronics like the R1, and even the suspension is pretty basic, with a non-adjustable USD fork. After the high pricing of the R3 and MT-03, we hope Yamaha India does something about the Yamaha R7's price and positions it competitively, given the fact that the bike is expected to be brought to India via the CBU route. Ducati Hypermotored 698, Multistrada V4 RS, Panigale V4 Race Replica and more. Ducati India is going to launch as many as 8 motorcycles in 2024, and these will spread across a wide price range. Debuting this year is the Hypermotored 698 Mono, and the talking point here is that it has a 659 cubic centimeters, liquid-cooled, Superquadro Mono or single-cylinder engine. It makes 77.5 brake horsepower and 63 Nm, expect it to be a manic machine, like the bigger capacity Hypermotored. Ducati course tasted success at the MotoGP and WSBK Championship, and to commemorate this feat, the company will launch race replica versions of the Panigale V4 Superbike, sporting the liveries of the teams that Ducati riders race for. The bikes are surely going to be a collector's item. The Ducati Multistrada RS will also be launched here, and what makes it the maddest Multistrada V4 yet is that it gets the same 1,103 cubic centimeters Desmacedesi Stradale engine that you see in Panigale and Street Fighter V4. In the Multistrada, it makes 180 horsepower and 119 Nm. Even the suspension is top-level Alline's, while the focus on road/track performance is evident in the 17-inch forged Marcassini alloys that are fitted with Pirelli Diablo Rosso for Corsa tires. Besides these Ducati bikes, there are more on the launch list. Suzuki V-Strom 800DE. The V-Strom 800 is a hotly anticipated ADV that is currently undergoing testing in India and is expected to go on sale in a few months. Borrowing styling cues from the bigger V-Strom 1050, the V-Strom 800DE looks purposeful and how. Powering the bike is a 776 cubic centimeters, parallel twin engine that makes 83 brake horsepower and 78 Nm. As for features, it gets multiple ride modes, traction control and more settings, which are all accessed by a 5-inch TFT display. A few test mules spotted in India were riding on the 21/17-inch spoke wheel combo, with dual-purpose tires. The expected price tag of the V-Strom should be in the Rs 12 lakh range.